Hey everyone, welcome back to another Runway ML tutorial where today I'm going to show you how I took my ideas and turned them into this movie right here using Runway ML. This was made entirely with their new feature called Generative Edit, which is currently in beta but will be available to all users very soon. This video is sponsored by Runway ML. They make some really cool tools for creators like us to use AI to take our work to the next level, and I can't wait to show you what they are. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, hit that subscribe button down below because I make tutorials on AI and machine learning and anything else that will help you as a creative. Alright, let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is head over to Runway ML, and if you have UNT already, sign up for an account. Once you're signed in, click the Create button in the top right corner, and then from this page, click the Create Video option. Now we're at the home of Generative Edit, where we'll be spending most of our time. You can think of Generative Edit like a storybook. It's got these pages that you can flip through, and each page represents a scene in your movie. And each scene has a prompt field at the top where you put in your idea or your vision, and then 4 images in a grid below that represent the 4 variations that Runway came up with based off of your prompt. Now, if none of those 4 images really speak to you, you can click the Regenerate button and it will come up with 4 more. If you see one that you like though, simply click on it and that will select it. Then you can click on the star button to lock it in and move on to the next page. If you go ahead and click through the tutorial, you'll notice that each page has a little lightning bolt icon at the top right corner of the image, and that S because each scene is not just generated by AI, but also given a little bit of extra magic sauce by Runway's editors to make sure that the lighting and the colors are consistent throughout the whole movie. As you continue to flip through the scenes, you'll start to notice that there are arrows connecting the images, and that S because when you click the Connect button, it will automatically try to figure out how each scene flows into the next. Of course, if you don't like how one scene ends or how another begins, you can jump between them and adjust the connection points to wherever you want. And just for fun, I went ahead and jumped around to the very end of the movie and connected everything together to show you what the movie looks like now. Alright, so now that we've gone through all the scenes and laid out our ideas, we can go ahead and add some text. All we have to do is click the Add Text button and then drag the text box to wherever we want it and type whatever we want inside of it. There are some preset text styles to choose from if you like that kind of thing, but honestly, I found that it works best if you keep the font simple. Once you've added your text, you can go ahead and move it around, scale it, rotate it, do whatever you need to make it fit in nice with the rest of the scene. You can even click the text to bring up these options to change the font color to whatever you want. Alright, so now that we've got our text added, we can go ahead and move on to the final step, which is adding audio. Now there are 2 different ways that you can go about doing this. The first is to import your own audio file. So if you already have music or sound effects or dialogue that you want to include in your movie, you can upload it here. Otherwise, what I recommend doing is using Artlist, because they have an incredible library of royalty-free music that is perfect for filmmakers like us. I've been using Artlist for years now, and every single project that I make, whether it's a YouTube video or a short film, they always have the perfect song to get the job done, and they are always adding new songs every single week. So with our audio uploaded or our Artlist song selected, we can go ahead and click on the Scene Audio button. And then from here we can either trim the audio to match the length of the scene, or we can scrub the timeline to adjust where the audio starts and ends. Once you're happy with how the audio fits within the scene, go ahead and click the check mark to save. Then you can repeat that process for each of the other scenes until you're done. Okay, so this is what the movie looks like right now. But before we go any further, I want to talk about these little sliders here at the bottom. These are actually really important, so pay attention for just a second. Basically, these sliders allow you to control the amount of AI-generated imagery that's used in your movie. So if you want to have more of your own photos and videos in there, you can crank up the real footage slider, and that will pull the generated images back in favor of using more of your media. Or if you want a more stylized look, you can crank up the generated imagery slider and it will pull the real footage back. There's also a slider here to control how much the camera moves in each scene. So if you want your movie to feel more dynamic and energetic, you can turn that up. But if you want it to feel more chill and relaxed, you can turn that down. The last 3 sliders here at the bottom control things like aspect ratio and FPS, but for the most part, you should be able to leave these set to auto and they'll do what they're supposed to. Oh, and one last thing. If you ever find that the AI-generated imagery doesn't quite match the style or the aesthetic that you are going for, you can click this little cog here to bring up the style transfer settings. And from here you can upload an image that you like the style of, and the AI will try to match that style moving forward. Alright, so now that we understand how these sliders work, let's go ahead and finish out the rest of the movie. Okay, so I think this movie is looking pretty good, so now what? Well, all we have to do is click the Export button in the top right corner, give it a name and then click Export. From here, we have the option to download the movie, or we can share it directly to our favorite video platform. Now I did say favorite video platform, but we all know that my favorite video platform is actually Rumble. Seriously, If you're not already using Rumble, you should totally check it out. Not only is it a great way to support independent creators like myself, but it's also a lot of fun. Speaking of supporting creators, I would love it if you supported this channel by liking and subscribing. But anyway, Rumble is a lot of fun because it's got these social features that allow you to interact with the people that you watch. It's like a community. Now if you use this link down below, you can even get 100 free Rumble coins just for signing up. And if you want to take things a step further, you can actually earn money by making content on Rumble. If you upload a video and it gets enough views, you'll earn a certain amount of Rumble coins that you can then exchange for cash. And the cool thing about Rumble is that they do uncensor your speech or your creativity like other platforms. So if you ever had an idea that you wanted to share with the world but you were afraid that big tech would shut you down for saying it, Rumble is the perfect place for you. Alright, so let me know what you thought of this video down below in the comment section. And while you read down there, smash that like button and subscribe if you have already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.